Welcome, one and all, to your one and only Indie Corner, the place where we cover all your indie games and other games on the Nintendo Switch eShop. It's a freaking good week because we've only got 19 games, and to celebrate, no blazer. We're doing this casual style. I'm even undoing one button for you people here. Let's get right into it because this is going to be a quick episode. Let's go! We are seemingly kicking things off strong this week with Unknown Fate. I didn't know what this was before seeing it, but it sure is beautiful. It's a first-person puzzle adventure kind of game. After playing Rime and The Witness, I'm all about this kind of game now. Also, there are whales. Who doesn't love whales? Next, we have some sports. Gotta have some sports games. Now we can all play baseball without any of the physical activity, thanks to Ruby Baseball 19. It would be so much better if only it wasn't about sports. Oh boy, I think we have our first meh title, but no worries. It's a short list this week. So it says here this is Pillar, and it's a collection of mini games. Have you ever seen a minigame collection look so dark before? So each minigame apparently represents a different personality trait like introversion, extroversion, etc. So I guess it's one of those more art than game kind of game, you know? So apparently there's an audience of horse games out there. I say this not because I have data, but because I see these everywhere. Who's buying all these horse games? Are there that many people who have been deprived of an insatiable craving to raise a horse that they only find satisfaction in a digital recreation of raising a horse? Anyways, here's my little riding champion. It's a horse game. Oh boy, and we were just talking about unfulfilled desires. So at the core of this game is Mae Hong, or you know I can't pronounce it. A nice simple game that deserves more love than Solitaire, that's for sure. But then it gets weird with the subtitle. Hear me out here. It's Mae Hong, you know the word. Stories, vampire romance. So it looks like it's all horror themed. But why is the banner so suggestive with a girl who looks like the main character from The Labyrinth? There's probably some kinky bonus level in here. It's Beat a Cop. Oh shit. No, sorry, I meant Beat Cop. I have to admit, I'm a fan of the art style. They got that down. It's also got that 80s feel to it, which is always a winner in my books. It says it's a non-linear style of game with multiple endings and has humor that my mom wouldn't approve. Well, game description. You know what they say when you assume. Don't bring my mother into this. Be thankful we're adding sound to this trailer for you because when I watched it, there was very little. Looks like your run-of-the-mill mediocre platformer. It's called Bard's Gold. Here's a game that tries to tell us about numbers by being called 12 is better than 6. Well, thank you for the reminder, game. Also, it's a twin-stick shooter but with sombreros and some unique visuals. Points on the visuals, that's how you stand out in this sea of filth. I don't think the Switch is really known for realistic racing games, but surprise, here's one. It's called Vally IV. Who would have thought? Now, apparently this is a cult hit game, but I've never heard of it. It's called Elevator to the Moon, and it's a point-and-click adventure game with a wannabe Arnold Schwarzenegger. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's not him. Boy, that'd be embarrassing if it was, and I couldn't tell the difference. It's another first-person puzzle game, this time called Vally. If it can't be bothered to have a trailer in the eShop, I shouldn't be bothered to cover it. You know, should have some rules around here. Lots of westerns this week, and by lots I mean 2. This is Hard West, and it's a turn-based tactical shooting game where you go pew-pew and pretend you're a cowboy. What if you took Shovel Knight, but tossed in some Castlevania elements to it? Well, I guess you get something like this schoolboy here. I mean, there is a whip in there, and it does look like Shovel Knight, so it's not that far of a stretch. When I saw this was a trilogy, I thought it was a game compilation, and upon seeing the trailer, I wondered how could there be 3 games of this? But turns out it's just 3 chapters with different characters. Hence, the word trilogy. Anyways, if you recall the old Heroes of Might and Magic games, it plays pretty much like that. And by that, I mean run around a world map, collect stuff, build up your army, and then fight on a grid in turn-based style combat. It's called Braveland Trilogy. Now here's a blast from the past. Khari Warriors is now available on the eShop. The real question is, though, where did their hair go? You know, I thought it was unfathomable that someone would buy Solitaire in 2019, but now we're elevating to a whole new world of shit. There's a purchasable Pong game now. It's called Proficient Paddles Deluxe. You shouldn't be buying this kind of game in 2019. Oh, this looks like a fun little multiplayer gem. It's called Paperbound Brawlers, and well, you just run around these different arenas and kick your friend's ass. Sounds like a good time. Here's another building simulator called Monument Builders Rushmore. This time you build Mount Rushmore. Yay. Alright, we're gonna end this show on a high note. We have Assault Android Cactus Plus, which is a crazy fun top-down bullet hell shooter. Oh, and it's in space. Almost forgot to mention that. You know, it's important that every week we have our space game requirement checked off. And can you believe it? We're already done. Boom! What are you gonna do with all this extra time we just gained by not covering so many indie games? Well, I think this is the weekend where we lose an hour, isn't it? So I guess these 5 minutes that you just got back, you really lost an hour. Shit. And here I was gonna go rub controllers on my body and take pictures so that everybody knows I'm a sexy gamer. Anyways, see you next time, and keep on playing indie.